What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com. Here are my DFS picks for NBA Monday, October 28th. These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you don't miss our new videos. In this video, I'm going to go over my top picks for today's NBA slate. And if you stick around to the very end of this video, we'll use the Draft Dashboard tools to make a DFS lineup using the picks we just made. Okay, who do we have at the point guard position? I like Trey Young from the Atlanta Hawks playing the Philadelphia 76ers, who've got a really good defense overall, and they're really good versus point guards. But Trey Young is averaging 63.8 fantasy points per game on the season. He scored 65 fantasy points last game in 35 minutes, and he's averaging 37 minutes per game. He has a 39% usage rate. He's projected around 40 fantasy points here tonight, but I think he breaks the 50 marker. He's $9,000 DraftKings salary and 400 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 226.5 points scored in this game. It's a home game, a fast-paced game, and I was a little hesitant at first because I was thinking Joel Embiid, those long arms, he's going to be stuffing Trey Young all game long. But then I looked at the player versus team history that we have here on Draft Dashboard, and Trey Young is averaging 48 fantasy points per game in his last 3 games versus the Philadelphia 76ers. He put up 60 fantasy points last game and 53 the game before that. So I like Trey Young here versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching. If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal, all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won, and then we'll send you $100 PayPal. So it's that easy, and we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video. So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you. Okay, let's take a look at the shooting guard position. I'm going back to this guy again. I like Lou Williams from the LA Clippers playing the Charlotte Hornets, who have the absolute worst defense overall, and they've been middle of the pack defending opposing shooting guards. Lou Williams has averaged 35.7 fantasy points per game on the season, and he's coming off of a subpar game, only scored 28 fantasy points last game. He's averaging 31 minutes per game with a 27% usage rate. He's projected at 38.5 fantasy points here tonight. That's 5.4 times value. He's $7,100 DraftKings salary and 100 less on FanDuel. So I like that FanDuel price. Vegas thinks there's going to be 228.5 points scored in this game. It's a home game, a fast-paced game. Lou Williams has everything you're looking for in a fantasy basketball player. So I like Lou Williams here versus the Charlotte Hornets. Okay guys, if you're getting any value from this video, please hit that red subscribe button. We put out new fantasy basketball videos every single day. So if you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification, you won't miss out on any of our new fantasy basketball and fantasy football videos. Tons of free stuff coming your way. It only takes a second, and it helps us push out more fantasy content for you guys to consume each and every day. It's because of you subscribers that make this possible. So thank you for supporting this channel. Okay, who do we have at the small forward position? I like Brandon Ingram from the New Orleans Pelicans playing the Golden State Warriors, who have the 4th worst defense overall and give up the absolute most fantasy points to opposing small forwards. Brandon Ingram has scored 50.3 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 35 minutes per game. He has a 28% usage rate. Brandon Ingram is $7,500 DraftKings salary and 1,000 more on FanDuel. So I prefer that DraftKings price. Vegas thinks there's going to be 236.5 points scored in this game, so that's a high-scoring game. This is a home game, a fast-paced game. Brandon Ingram has been on fire, so I like Brandon Ingram here versus the Golden State Warriors. Okay, who do we have at the power forward position? I like Lauri Markkanen from the Chicago Bulls playing the New York Knicks, who have the 10th worst defense overall, and they give up the 12th most fantasy points to opposing power forwards. Lauri Markkanen is averaging 37.9 fantasy points per game on the season. He's coming off of a couple subpar games, only scoring 24 and 27 in his last two. But he had a monster 63 fantasy point game that he put up in 34 minutes his first game out. He's got a 27% usage rate, projected at 33.7 fantasy points here tonight. He's 7,700 DraftKings salary and 300 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 222.5 points scored in this game. I think we see him somewhere around 40 fantasy points. So I like Lauri Markkanen here versus the New York Knicks. Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all of our DFS tools for all sports. You can try the position optimizer, where you can see the top players ranked for each position. And we added a new player trends tool, where you can see the top salary differences between FanDuel and DraftKings. It's a really good tool to help you pick out value for the site that you're playing on. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups. Okay, moving on to the center position. I like Andre Drummond from the Detroit Pistons playing the Indiana Pacers, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, and they give up the second most fantasy points to opposing centers. Andre Drummond has averaged 53.6 fantasy points per game on the season in an average of 34 minutes per game with a 25% usage rate. He's projected at 43 fantasy points here tonight. I think he breaks the 50 barrier. He's 9,300 DraftKings salary and 1,000 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 212.5 points scored in this game. It's not a super fast-paced game, but Andre Drummond smashes the Indiana Pacers, averaging 69 fantasy points per game in the last three. He put up 82 fantasy points in his last game versus the Pacers. So I like Andre Drummond here versus the Indiana Pacers. If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smiggity smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NBA slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again, and good luck.